The figure below, not drawn to scale, consists of a rectangle, a quadrant, and an isosceles triangle. The radius of the quadrant is 10 cm. Use the calculated value of pi to find the difference between the shaded areas of x and y, correct to 2 decimal places. So we know that it consists of a rectangle, which is here, a quadrant, which is here, and an isosceles triangle. Now, an isosceles triangle means that two sides must be equal, and since this is the radius of the quadrant and this is also the radius of the quadrant, this is the isosceles triangle. So if this is 10 cm, this would be 5 cm. So they tell us that the radius of the quadrant is 10 cm, and we are supposed to find the difference between x and y. When we have questions that ask for difference, we will use the quadrant, area of the quadrant minus the area of the rectangle. However, if we use the area of the quadrant minus the area of the rectangle, we are only getting rid of this part here. So the difference is actually one more part, which is here, plus x minus y. So let's start off by looking at the area of the quadrant. So area of quadrant is equals to 1/4 times pi times radius, which is 10 times 10, and we will get 25 pi. We will not press the calculator first, so we just leave it as pi. And the area of the rectangle, so area of rectangle is given by 5 times 10. So 5 times 10 is equals to 50 cm square. So it's also cm square. Now, how do we get rid of this small triangle? So let's look carefully. If you see that this is 90 degrees and this is an isosceles triangle, it means that this angle must be equal to this angle. Since this is a rectangle, it means that this is parallel to this, which means that this angle is also equivalent to this angle because of the rule that says corresponding angles, since it's parallel. So once again, this angle is equal to this angle, which means that this part is also equivalent to 5 cm because it is now an isosceles triangle again because of the two similar angles. So from here we will be able to find the area of the triangle. So area of triangle is equals to half times 5 times 5. We will get 12.5 cm square. In order to find the area of the difference in the area of the shaded parts of x and y, we need to use the area of the quadrant, which is 25 pi, minus the area of the rectangle, which will get rid of this part, and minus of the additional triangle, which is 12.5 cm square. And the answer is 16.0398. Since the question asks us to correct to 2 decimal places, it will be equivalent to 16.04 cm square.